Alright guys, we got a bad capacitor here. It's a weird one. A 4 and a 20, plus it's got a bleed resistor on it. Definitely weird. You can actually, if you wanted to, this is set up in such a way where you can remove this resistor to test it, because you will not be able to get a proper reading with this resistor on here. But you can look and see these tabs bend up, so you can remove that resistor, take your measurements, and then put the resistor back. You don't see a lot of these out there, but you definitely don't see a lot of 20x4s. And I don't have this on my truck, so let me show you guys what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a 20 in, and we're gonna put a 4 in. And we're gonna make this work so this unit will work off 2 capacitors. So what I've done here, I still need to put another wire in, but my wire coming off my contactor goes to my compressor capacitor, and then my compressor capacitor wire goes to the compressor. This here goes to my fan. I need to run a wire. Either I can run it from this one here, down here, or I can run it off this side of the contactor to down here. And we're gonna put a piece of band iron on there. So we're about to do that now, and we'll see how this thing works. All right guys, let me show you what I did here, because I wired it a little bit different than I showed before. So I don't know why they ran this like this, but the capacitor common wire came off the bottom of the contactor here. So I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but that's how we had to run our new wire for our new fan capacitor. So we ran a new wire right here, right to the bottom of the contactor there. So basically we took out this dual capacitor, could not get a 20/4 anywhere locally, so we put a 20 and a 4 together, and this will work just fine. So basically, like I said, all you have to do is just run you a new wire. I could have either ran that right to this common side of this capacitor, or like I said, I opted to run a new wire to right back to the power source. So there you go. If you guys got any more questions about how to wire going from a dual capacitor to 2 separate capacitors, let me know down in the comments. All right, just to show you guys that it does work, go ahead, Kenny, hit the breaker. We got fan, and we got compressor. All right. Guys, we got a bad blower motor and a Bryant Evolution system. So this is a communicating system. So that means it communicates with this blower. We were getting, I believe, a 44 error on the thermostat. I looked at this weekend, so we are going to pull this blower motor out of here, put the new one in. That's the part number for the new one. Here's our old one. All right, let's get going. The first thing we did was we sanded down this shaft with a piece of emery cloth. You want to get that good and clean. It makes it easier for the shaft to come off. And we're gonna put some penetration oil here and here. We'll break this free, and hopefully this one comes off easy. All right, we got these little cute things of coil here, penetration oil. We're gonna put a couple of drops there, there. I already got that broke free. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. And hopefully that comes up out of there easy. All right, what I like to do is I like to put a adjustable wrench right here and try to start working it back and forth and getting it freed up. This one doesn't feel like it's freeing up very easy. I might end up having to pull this with the hub puller. Yeah, we're gonna need the hub pull. All right, we brought the wheel outside before we put the new motor in. You can see it's pretty dusty, pretty dirty, grimy. We're gonna go ahead and clean this wheel first. So we're gonna use the Tri-Power HD on it. You can see right here, it's great for use on permanent filters, fan blades, and general cleaning. So we're gonna go ahead and spray that all over it, let it sit for a few minutes, and then we'll rinse it off. All right, excuse the noise from the guy with the blower near us, but we got this saturated. We're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. Get it all over on inside here too. And we're just gonna rinse it off. Hopefully it breaks down some of that dirt and get some of it out of there. Looks like it should do a pretty good job. You can see it's breaking a lot of that down. So we're just gonna go ahead and rinse it off now. It didn't get it perfect, but it definitely got it better than what it was. All right, it's sitting in the sun drying out. We're just gonna take some towels and dry it the rest of the way. You might as well clean the blower wheel if you're already replacing the blower motor. You know, just takes a couple extra minutes and you're doing a good service for your customer. These Dragon towels, they work pretty good. Christian at New Calgon sent them to me. You know, a towel's a towel usually, but these ones are pretty tough. We got our new motor back mounted. You want to be mindful where your electrical connections are so it matches up when you put your motor back. So just be mindful of that. And we're about to flip it over, tighten the wheel back down, and we'll be good to go to put it back in. All right, we just started it back up. We'll let this power on and see if it works. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put this thing into a test mode. We're gonna hold down on this little hat till it turns green. It's usually about 5 to 10 seconds. And we're gonna go to checkout. Cooling. We're going to bump this up to the 5th stage, and we're going to bump this up to 30 minutes. Once everything equalizes, it'll start up. All right, I can feel our blower is now started. Compressor RPM. Where is our blower? Okay, so our indoor static is a 0.56. And we're moving 825 CFM right now. We're in a minimum stage 2 warm-up delay. That's I don't believe that's a shutdown error, but we'll let it run and do its thing and see what's going on and make sure it works. Okay, I had forgotten what this meant. It means we shut down power and it's gonna take at least 10 minutes for it to shift into stage 2. So it's gonna stay into stage 1 for 10 minutes before it goes to stage 2. So that's all that really means. All right, we are up here. It is running. We're gonna get a supply temperature and a return temperature. It's pretty warm in the house up here, it feels like. That stabilize. You can see here they kind of put this unit in the closet off on an angle. I was able to get the blower out pretty easy though, surprisingly. It's got a really high suction pressure. Suction line temperature is only 74. I think it's because it's so warm in here. We got to give it a while to run. Now that motor we just put in was under warranty, but let me show you what the cost of it is. $852, over $900 for that blower motor. after tax. That is crazy. That is a crazy amount of money for that motor. It's a good thing it was under warranty. All right, we have came out of the 10-minute startup delay. Our suction pressure has came down significantly. Suction pressure or suction temperature is coming down. Superheat looks pretty good. Static pressure is still good. So yeah, looking good. We are going to check our temperature, our supply temperature next. All right, supply temperature is down to 63 degrees. I'm not sure if it's gotten all the way up to its 5th stage yet. Probably not. So yeah, I think we're doing okay here. Let it run for a while. Yep, we're good and cold coming up here. So I think we're good to go here. This is the AC drain sucker here. So what I want to show, the way I'm doing it here is I'm actually drawing water out of here and then pumping it straight into our condensate here. So we're just going to pump this just like a bike pump. We're drawing water out of the thing and pushing it straight into the condensate. And it's, if you get up close there, you can see it's just pumping that water straight through. Clearing that drain out. Pump came on, we'll let that pump it out. And we're clearing that drain out. And if we did this the reverse way, we could actually suck it out. Works really good. Using the coil gun, getting it clean. This whole side opens up. It's still difficult to get in there though. We're working on an Addison. We're using right now the new Bryant Ultra Concentrate. Still some decent foaming going on. That's what new Bright's good for, good foaming action. All right, we got a good amount on the inside. We're just gonna finish up on the outside. Now, like I said, this is new Bryant, so this stuff is corrosive, and so you want to make sure you wash this off pretty quick. It's a very good cleaner, but you got to make sure you rinse it off good.